Good morning, good evening, good day. It's Tracy back from Mackley House. How are you all doing? Hope you're all doing fabulous. Today we're going to do another Temu rewind. Where are they all now? Let's find out. The first item was a set of glass straws. There was 4 straws and a cleaning brush in the box. 2 straws were straight and 2 straws had 2 slightly bent tops over. I've still got them. They're in my kitchen drawer. I don't use them a huge amount, but they're the only straws that I've got in the house apart from the spare one that I got for my big sort of Stanley dupe. So there a go and a keeps, there a use. The next item that we got on this particular haul was a pair of hair cutting scissors. Now, no, I'm not a hairdresser, but I do like to snip every now and then. And I wanted a pair of scissors that were nice and sharp. And I've used them twice, I think. So they're in the kitchen drawer and semi-used. I also, with this pair of human hair cutting scissors, I also bought some scissors for the dog to trim Jack up a little bit. Now, I've only used those once on him because he went to the poodle parlour and had all his hair taken off. So I've not particularly had to use them after the first time that I trimmed around his face. But they're good scissors, and I like the fact that they're bent away with great big round sort of tips so that you can't accidentally poke the animal or anything like that. So even though they're not used a huge amount, they're still good. Okay, next item was a clear phone case for my iPhone. Where is it? It's in my drawer, in my desk drawer. Oh, have I wore it on the phone? Yes, I did. I put it on my phone the day that I got it, and I took it off about 2 days later and put another one of the cases on that I bought from this haul. I think what I've done is I've got maybe 5 cases now, and so I tend to sort of flip between them. But there's only one case that I haven't used. So this case I have used, and should anything go wrong with all the others, I'll use it again. Next item was a flower case for my iPhone, and just like the last one, I have used it. I have had it on my iPhone. After a couple of days with the plain case, I put the flower one on, and I think that one lasted about 3 weeks before I got the next iPhone case, and then that got taken off, and I've only put it back on once since, but it's in my drawer. Okay. So I've got my iPhone cases out. Which one was it? This one, I believe. The flower case. And I think the clear one before that was this one. And I've got 2, 4, 6. I've got 7 now. No, 8. 8 cases now because I've just got a new one. So I flip between them all and I keep them. They're good to go. Gosh, look, I found another one. Okay, I got 9. The next one was a phone case with a lanyard. I've not used it at all, funnily enough. I thought I would, for when I go shopping rather than carry the phone. But I'm so scared that the phone will fall out of the case that I've not actually used it yet. But I love the case because it's got roses on a matte coloured case, and the roses are satin. And I think it's such a pretty case. But I've not used it at all yet. But you never know. So it stays in my drawer, ready for when I will use it. Unused. The next item that I got were little plastic key caps for the tops of keys, just so that you can colour differentiate between the keys, etc. I use them all the time. They're on my keys. Let me go get. They're the keycaps. Just so that I can tell the difference. So I've got 2 front doors, so I can tell the inner and the outer front door. And I've got a few others on back door, patio door, just so that, because they all look alike, locks, and that way I can tell them apart. See that? The next item was a USB charging bracelet for iPhone. And it was white, and it's in my drawer here. And you can see, well, you can't see it up close, but I can tell it's a bit worn on the inside. I wore it quite a bit for a little while, and then all of a sudden just stopped wearing it. Don't know why, to be honest. But there's the iPhone connection, and there's the USB. It's cute little. Let's put it on. Then I'll probably wear it again for a week because I can't get it off on my own with false nails. Now I can't even get it on with false nails. But even for a chunky girl, it fits quite nicely. But every now and then I wear it. I like it. Tick. Okay, next was a pack of magnetic hooks. I love them. Let me go show you where I use them. We're off to the kitchen. La, 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 la. There we go. Oh, there's one here. See, I use it for my pot holders, that one. And most of them are on the side of my fridge. These are the little hooks. Ooh, they're pretty strong, pretty tough little buggers, but that's what I use them for. I just put all the stuff on the side of my fridge with them. So those little magnetic hooks, I use them all the time. They're supposed to carry, I think, about 10 kilo. Yeah, I'd say they probably could. They're pretty tough, pretty strong little buggers, and I use them every day. Pet nail clippers were next. These little nail clippers have got like a little light on it as well, so it helps, just especially if you've got a dog with black nails, because it's kind of hard to see the little blood vessel vein in the nails. Yeah, used them a couple of times, no problems at all. They're in the pet box. Good to go. Next was a pack of magic sponge erasers, is what they're called. They're white little sponges, and they're supposed to mimic, I think, the magic eraser that is out there. I thought they were pants, quite frankly. They were smaller, cut smaller than what they need to be. And they were just basic little white sponge. There was nothing magic about them. And yeah, no. I used them up for the principle of using them up, and I'd never buy them again. So they were, nah. Next item is an ice ball mould. It's probably one of my favourite items that I have. Let me go show you where it is. Well, it's obvious where it is. It's in the freezer. But let me go show you. Okay, here we go again. Let's go to the kitchen. Okay. Into the freezer. Let's move the dairy milk chocolate. And look, here they are. Love them. Use them pretty much every couple of days. Love those too. There's another couple of machines there that I use. But these, when I use the Temu cup, I put one of these ice balls in it and it lasts and lasts and lasts. Can't say enough about those. They're really good. So thumbs up for the ice balls. And I bought 2 of those while I was at it, and I'm so glad I did, because I have one out, plop it in my Temu cup, my Stanley dupe, and then put it in the wash, and I've still got the other frozen ball there. And then I just alternate between using them. Now, in that vid, you also saw the next item, which is the ice cube tray set. Now, in the ice cube tray set, you've got one little regular ice cube tray, and you tip it out and store it in the plastic box underneath. Was it worth it? No. I would say not. It gives you like a little button that you can push, plop, and then all the ice cubes are supposed to fall out and store in the tray. What I do is I took that ice cube tray out of that plastic storage box, and I use the other ice cube makers that I've got, and I empty those into the tub. So, to me, no, that ice cube tray set. The next item was a 20 times what I call Inspector Clouseau. Not this one, another one. This is just a basic one, a 20 times one. It was small and black and red, and I have not got a clue what I've done with it. I've got a feeling it might be in my handbag, but I'm not absolutely sure, because it wasn't that good, because it was small. To read something, especially for me, like cooking instructions, it just took so long. You need it this big, really, to make it any worthwhile for me in particular. So that one was pants. Next item is a soap dispenser. We might as well go for another run. Facts in the kitchen. God, I should have took a list and done it all in one hit. Here it is. Still in use, still good. Used it this morning, etc. Except I've got a different sponge on it. Tick! Work. So yep, the soap dispenser works, it's fine. No problems at all with it. Next, what was next? Magnifying mirror, a 20 times magnifying mirror, and in my desk drawer, I have it here. So, you've got a little stand, and on one side, you've got straightforward mirror. Let me show you. And on the other side, it goes 20 times. So, that's the standard. It's funny how it goes upside down, isn't it? But, yeah. But I use it every day, because every day I have to put eye drops in, etc. for my bad eyes. Works fine. Next was a pastry bench scraper. No, we're not going to go for another run to the kitchen drawer. It's in my kitchen drawer, and when I've got a need to scrape up onions or something, it gets used. Not very often, but it gets used. Next was 3 little serving spoons. I was looking for just some, I didn't want to have to keep washing up, the big serving spoons when it's just me that's eating. So I wanted some like dessert spoon size with holes so that I could serve up veggies and stuff when it's just me that's eating. And yep, I use them all of the time. They're in my kitchen drawer, very happy with them. The next 2 items that I got, one was a vacuum sealer and one was vacuum sealer bags. There was 50 bags in the set. The vacuum sealer I did try out in the video, and it didn't seal properly. Now, some of it could be, I suppose, I've never used them before, but I did try a couple of times with it, and I didn't think it should be that difficult because it's kind of straightforward, but it didn't vacuum and didn't seal. So I sent it back, and so I didn't need the actual bags either, so I sent them back too. Boop. The next item was a hound's tooth bag. I think it was 180 litres and a zipper bag. And I thought, oh, that'd be really handy for when I'm moving, to put a lot of my linen in because when you're moving and they get dragged around, they can get quite dirty. So I bought that bag in specific because it was that big for moving a lot of my laundry, linen, which I haven't moved yet, so I actually haven't used it. So it's still in my wardrobe, waiting for me to use it. And when I move, I will use it. But that's probably the only time I'm going to use it. And I thought, very similar to the previous item, the next, I bought two of them. They were under bed storage, and they've got a decorative not a decorative, a transparent window at the front so you can see what's inside them, and a black and white pattern. And they're supposed to slot under the bed, and they were 40 litres each, I think, in size. So you could get, with a squeeze, a double duvet into one of them. A squeeze. But just the same as the last item, that's why I bought them. I bought them ready for prepping for moving. Haven't moved yet, haven't used them yet. But I've still got them waiting ready. Next item was women's sandals. They are called knit, because they're like a knitted stretchy material, and they're just slip-on sliders, basically. They're a little tight on my foot, but of course we've just been through winter, so I haven't worn them at all since I got them. But no doubt, now the weather's cheering up, they'll get some use, and I might even actually look at buying a pink pair to go with them. The next item was what they call a tank dress. So basically it looks like a tank t-shirt top with your basic skirt. I wore it twice, I think, last summer, because I've got it, last summer. And I haven't worn it since because we've been through winter. Will I wear it this year? Maybe. I don't know. Probably when I'm out in the garden plodding around. Next item were a pair of, I think they were capris, and they had little bits of lace down the sides of the outer sides of the legs. And they were really slippery material. I thought they'd just be like a jersey type thing, and they weren't. They were really slippery, and I just didn't like the feel of them, so they went back. Next item was a t-shirt. It was a tie-dye black and grey and white top, I believe. I've put a link to the blue version of it because they haven't got the grey version anymore, and it's in my wardrobe and it's still fine. No problems at all with it. Next item was another one of my favourites, and they are waffle dishcloths. I use them as like tea towels, dishcloths, whatever you want to classify them as. They're about 13-inch square, and they got little tags on them. And I like them because I like the waffle material, but I like them because they got a little tag on it so I can hook them onto my magnetic hooks and keep it on the side of the fridge. That's all. That's why I like them. But they're one of my favourites. Use them daily. And you saw them in one of the vids when we ran to the kitchen, hanging on the side of the fridge. Tick, tick. Next item was a stainless steel broom set. There was like, what do you call them? A squeegee and a broom that was at an angle, and the actual pan had like a comb so that you could brush and keep off all the hairs off of the broom and all that. But the poles, you had to put the poles together. There was 3 poles to make up the handle, and the poles every now and then would fall apart, and it was driving me crazy. And unfortunately, that ended up in the bin. Total waste of money, that one. The next item was a universal lid for saucepans and frying pans. And I think it goes up to 12 inches. So I assume it does 10-inch, 11-inch and 12-inch pans, which is real handy because I think two of my frying pans didn't come with lids at all. And one of my saucepan lids I broke. And I use that one on all of them. That item, I use it all of the time. And actually, even on my wok, I've put it on my wok too. The next item was a snake ring, and I'd opened it up and put it on my thumb. And yeah, it was quite nice. It came down the thumb too long for me. I mean, I'm quite a big girl, so my finger's quite chunky anyway, so I had to open it up quite a way. But I think the snake came down the finger too long, that's all. I still got it, but it's in a drawer somewhere, and I'm not sure actually where it is at the moment. And the last item on this haul was a pack of 4 rings. Now, these were adjustable because I thought, oh, that could work for my big fingers. Then that way I can stretch them open to fit my fingers. No, they were so tiny. To be honest, only my little fingers benefited from them, so I gave them to the grandkids. So that was also that was quick. Oh, it seems like we've got a lot of thumbs down on that haul. I didn't do so well picking out items for that haul, but amongst that haul are some of my absolute favourites and still are today, like the ice ball, the big ice ball maker, and the waffle dishcloths, and the iPhone cases. I mean, for the £1 or £2 that you spend for it, let me show you. I mean, look, there's some of them that I've got. There's some more that I've got, and that one, and of course the one that I've got on my phone at the moment. To me, I learned my lesson because once I bought a phone and I didn't buy any cases. I thought, oh, I'll get it later. And when I went looking for them, nowhere had them because phones change so quickly. I couldn't get hold of it anymore. So this time I thought, I'm going to get them when I see them. So I have. And I've got them in all my different flavours for depending on what mood I'm in at the time. So we'll put them back away. Okay. Yeah, so look at the numbers. When we get to haul number 5, we'll compare. We'll add all the numbers up and see how badly I've done. See, I don't believe it's all down to the products on Temu, because to me it's like shopping in any pound store that you get in the UK. It depends on what product you pick off the shelf. Granted, when you're in person, you can feel and touch and decide in the pound store whether you think that product is worth your £1 or £2. But when you're buying off a Temu, it's kind of difficult to do that. And sometimes it arrives and it doesn't fill your expectations. But I keep in my mind that it is still £1 or £2 that I've spent. And Temu are happy to take back returns. So to me, you get what you pay for. And if I'm buying something that's 80p, then I try and look at it like it's 80p worth and not something that I'm expecting to last forever. But saying that, you still have to be careful what you buy and from what supplier in Temu's range, because obviously one product is listed by maybe 3 or 4 different suppliers. Now, a lot of the times their pictures are the same, but not always. Sometimes they're completely different. And sometimes they completely and utterly lie. They make things look huge. Most of the comments that you'll probably see on Temu is, oh, it's a bit smaller than I thought. I mean, I've done it myself. It's always a bit smaller than you think, because that's why the price is a bit smaller as well. You get what you paid for. If you've bought something that's 80 pence, then 80 pence worth is what you're getting. Anyway, get off your soapbox, Trace. So at the beginning, this is only haul number, what was it, 4 for me. I was only just starting to learn that, and I was starting to make sure I ignored a lot of the pictures, took a notice of like the average colour, etc. But when they put it into rooms, etc., or clothing on people, it's total rubbish. It's non-existent stuff, and I knew to ignore that now. I was learning. So by the time we get to haul 5, I'm hoping these numbers should start changing, because obviously they were pretty bad on this one. But I can't wait to do next week's one. So until then, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to help a girl out. That would be brilliant. And until next time, be good and look after yourself. And I'll see you later. Bye.